You join me with a 2025 Audi RS3 carbon black in Kalami green and a Mark 8.5 Golf R black edition with an Akrapovic exhaust, kindly brought down to me with a subscriber. What we're going to do, we're going to go through both cars. Yeah, just go through everything around it, just go for this nice walk around on this gorgeous sort of Sunday morning. I'm then going to take the owner of the Mark 8.5 Golf R black edition out in the RS3 to see what he thinks of that. We'll then go out in the Golf R and we'll have a little bit of a conclusion. But a lot of people have mentioned to me about this, which one is potentially best, or, you know, it's all subjective. So let's just start. In the left corner, we have 400 horsepower from the 2.5 litre 5-cylinder engine, quattro system as well. On the right, we have the Mark 8.5 Golf R Black Edition, 333 horsepower from its 2 litre EA 888 engine. Also has a similar sort of setup, not called quattro like 4Motion system. Both have this trick torque vectoring system which makes the car drive brilliantly. I've driven these so much on the channel, you know, check out my channel and get involved in the comments straight away. Actually, I'm really curious before you see these cars sort of more up, yeah, and I'm really curious to know what my subscriber thinks about it. It's a community channel, get involved, see which one takes your fancy initially, and yeah, just go from there. Yeah, options on this particular carbon black Audi RS3 is just the bucket seats and being a carbon model, £68,500. On this Golf R Black Edition, the only option is the Akrapovic exhaust. The Black Edition comes with the 19-inch Estral wheels and the performance pack, which raises top speed to 168 miles an hour, and yeah, makes things a bit fun. And then the Akrapovic exhaust is about £3,500 option, which I'll show you there. You can just see it, titanium, saves a little bit of weight as well. Now, this is the first time I've seen a Black Edition in black, so it's good to actually see one of those, nicely cleaned as well. You might have seen the RS3 plenty of times on my channel, and I've got an in-depth review going to come on this too. Yeah, let's just go around this. So as part of the carbon black, you get a lot of carbon features just shown here and the gloss black. And I can see straight away with the Golf R Black Edition, you get more gloss black. So there's no carbon on it. I believe you can get a bit of carbon on the inside. Black sort of badge at the front. Oh man, these look absolutely mega. And if we come around just to the side a little bit, here you've got carbon down the side skirt, carbon mirrors, gloss black all around sort of the edges there. Whereas I think actually on the Golf R, it's not gloss black. Yeah, it's sort of like a rubber sort of effect. Whereas you can see here, it's gloss black. Just things I'm noticing literally on the fly straight away. The quality of this and the refinement is absolutely brilliant. And from my experience in the Golf Rs, I think this is a bit of a step up. Oh yeah, we haven't spoken about price. £68,500 for your RS3 in that spec with the carbon bucket seats, which are £2.5 grand. About £48,500 for the Golf R Black Edition. So about a £20,000 difference. That's what you're looking at. That sounds great.
Nicer, louder.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm super interested. This sounds pretty special. This has the carbon spoiler, which is an option as part of the carbon edition, and the Vorsprung. You get the 19-inch wheels, much larger wheels. So 265 sections at the front, 245s at the rear, 370mm two-piece floating discs, absolutely massive, huge discs, really cool wheels as well. 310 at the rear, and we'll go to the Black Edition to show you that. Apologies if it's a little bit dark, it's a little bit of an overcast day, but hey, we've got two stunning cars, you know, I'm not going to complain. You've got the RS3 badge there, you've got like a Formula 1 style light as well, carbon diffuser with gloss black, twin exhaust pipes. That's what you kind of get on the outside. On the Mark 8.5 Golf R, you get the black sort of VW badge. You get, yeah, well, this is completely stealthed out, proper stealthed out. And the titanium Akrapovic exhaust, which is a real quality item to have. Sounds brilliant. You do get a few pops and bangs, and actually you possibly get more pops and bangs on that than you do on that. This is a 25 plate car. This is a January 2025 car on a 74 plate. This is an Audi UK press car that I've had for 7 days. I'm actually going to give it back tomorrow when I do my final in-depth review, so that's a bit sad. That's the difference of the wings. That is just part of the car, as I said, the carbon black. That is the performance pack wing that you can option, but comes as standard on the black edition. The thing that I love about these two little performance hot hatches is that you can use them every day. That's the great thing. You know, they're practical, they're 5 doors. They've got so much going for them. And I mean, looks are subjective. What do you think? I've gone round them both now a couple of times. So what do you think? You can option the RS3 in so many different colours. You've got this gorgeous Kalami green. You can option it in red, you can option it in white, you can option it in black. There's a few different options on colours, which is quite cool to go between. Some of the greys look quite nice, the metallic greys. The black edition, you can option in lapis blue, which looks fantastic. Driven that car on the channel, black and white. And you can now get dolphin grey metallic as well, which I haven't seen yet on the road, but those are the only 4 that you can get on that. This is certainly more bright and more out there. I'll share with you briefly just inside the RS3. I kind of want to show you under the hood, that engine. These are the carbon-backed bucket seats and Audi's new RS3 steering wheel. You've got the infotainment. I'm going to say straight away, this is a brilliant infotainment. Obviously, I'll share more in my in-depth review. Just like the angle you sit up there, you can see it really well, which is nice. Personally, from my experience in the Mark 8.5, I preferred the Audis. These seats are mega, the quality is high, it all lights up green as well. It's just a lot going for it. RS3 kick skill, yeah, just high quality. And actually, if I show you a bit in the back, you can see those carbon-backed bucket seats, well worth £2,500, and the quality at the back too. While we're doing the full practicality, in the boot, there's no real compromise over even like the Golf R. You've got plenty of space. You have a battery in the back because they haven't got enough room in the front because of the engine. Changes weight distribution a little bit. This car, this RS3, will probably weigh, I reckon, about 50 kilos more than that. That's probably the lightest version of a Golf R you can get with the Akrapovic exhaust, no pan roof. Yeah, so that's basically on that side. But if we come round to the Golf R, I can't believe both these two cars are here. And it's going to be super interesting going out in both of them as well. Looking forward to hearing the owner's thoughts. Just show you in the front, the Golf R Black Edition, you get more of a blue sort of touch inside. You get no sides kick seals. Still nice quality. I'm not sure if it comes with a little, I mean, this car is brand spanking new. I love these seats in blue, brightens up actually. It feels quite light in here. Seats are great. You can option leather seats. You can't option any sort of buckets. That's the steering wheel of the Mark 8.5. And you get the haptic buttons still on the 8.5. You get the larger paddles as well, as opposed to sort of like the aluminium paddles on that. You've got the larger screen, which works well, but if you're sitting like here, if I move it up, it's just a bit big and imposing for me personally, but nice sort of like effect on the side. It's a Mark 8.5 Golf at the end of the day. And then just shown at the back, you've got both got tinted windows. And well worth having the disc lock. And there's the back of the seats too. And yeah, that's a lot of the car. 19-inch Pretoria wheels. Yeah, I haven't spoken about the wheels. So again, I believe they're slightly smaller disc brakes. Actually, let's see. Black calipers. Both got black calipers. This got the RS. What do you think's bigger? Oh, the RS3s. Yeah, so they're both 19-inch wheels. You can see the gap. The gap is bigger there than that. So the RS3 has slightly bigger brake discs. Yeah, because can you see the 3 dots? Whereas this one has 4. Can you just about see on there? Yeah, so bigger discs, certainly at the front, and expensive discs, as I've mentioned on my point of view video. And, well, I'll mention here, yeah, if you want a new front discs and pads on that, you're looking at £1,850 on the RS3. The Golf R is not going to be as high. In the boot, it's a boot. I don't want to get it knocked on that. But yeah, plenty of space, G-Tech cleaning. You can fold the seats down as well, so you've got the space there. I have to say the metallic black, Grenadilla black, looks absolutely brilliant. Yes, you have to keep it clean with the tinted lights. Oh, I just can't believe to see both these cars here, and I could talk about them forever and ever and ever, but I want to take the owner out in this RS3 to let him know what it's like, because I'm so grateful for my subscribers who come down and share their cars, because, you know, this is just like amazing to see this opportunity. And everyone knows how much I love the Golf Rs, and to have this for 7 days, I've really got, I've really had an ability to understand this car a lot more. But I do want to show you under the engine, actually, of both cars. So if I just pop the hood of the RS3, because it's absolutely magical, and I'm looking forward to sharing the owner what this engine looks like. Yeah, if we open the hood, that's the 2.5 litre 5-cylinder engine. I actually recently cleaned this car myself. I cleaned the carbon on the front of the 5-cylinder engine. It's brilliant, and there's a lot of sophistication in this car as well. Just a magnificent engine, sounds brilliant for 2025. Yeah, you got the matrix LED lights. You do get, like, it's a little bit difficult to clean certain areas, but it's still pretty special. There's no denying that. So that's the idea of this engine. What I'll do when we've done the drive with the subscriber and chatting with him, I'm really curious to know what his thoughts are on the RS3, and then we'll go out in the Golf R. I'll pop the hood of the Golf R to show you that EA 888 engine, because we've parked a little bit close just to get these kind of shots. Yes, let's go for a drive in the RS3, and I'm super curious to know what my subscriber thinks of the car. Welcome to the car.
Thanks, mate. That feels very familiar, but these seats are lovely, aren't they?
Have you seen the carbon bucket?
No,
you haven't seen them yet.
Not in the flesh. Oh, not in the flesh.
It's I would say as a £2,500 option, I think
once you've seen them, yeah, you have to have them, don't you? Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I think it's quite with the Akrapovic exhaust. After hearing yours, I think that could be a well worth option. Because is it £3,500 now?
Yeah, I think it was about that. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
again, that was one of those where I think if you'd seen one that had it and you didn't have it, you'd regret it.
And a little bit lightweight. Yeah. Well, I'm excited. Thank you so much for coming down, by the way, because it's like to have subscribers and to have people with that car. You know how much I love the Mark 8.5 Golf R. How long have you had that car?
I think I got it towards the end of May now. So okay. Yeah, I've done like 600 and something miles. So I don't even think I'm technically run in yet.
Oh wow! So very very new. And yeah, what do you think of the RS3? Just I know you said when you first saw it, you were like, oh.
No, I absolutely love it, especially, you know, when you rolled up in it, until you see one in the flesh and just see the kind of road presence, especially this colour as well, which I don't think I would go for personally, but you know, I think maybe for yourself, I think it suits you.
What colour do you think you'd go for in this?
I always buy black cars.
Oh, black.
It'd have to be black, yeah.
This does look
completely
good.
Stealth, yeah.
This does look good in black as well, to be fair.
Now I can hear that 5-cylinder.
So that is in efficiency, comfort, basically cruising.
Yeah.
It's a nice engine.
Yeah. So obviously I'm very familiar with that sound, having had the RSQ3 a couple of years ago.
Cool.
And for me, although I love the Golf, and the Akrapovic does sound fantastic, you get loads of pops out of it, even at low speed. You don't even have to be driving quick. But the engine note on the Golf, and I'm be interested to hear your opinion as well, is just, it's not particularly pleasing. It's like it's got like a whiny kind of sound to it, which in some ways is good. Sometimes it almost sounds like a supercharger. Yeah.
Oh, I get what you mean. I do.
It's kind of like just sort of high pitched whiny. There's no, apart from, like I say, the exhaust sound. For me, like, the engine note isn't brilliant, but I'll be interested to hear how this sounds in a minute when we get out of efficiency. But already, like, the 5-cylinder is just, you've got to have it, haven't you, really?
Yeah, it is absolutely mega. And what's quite interesting as well is both these cars have passive suspension, so none of them have your DC. Because yours doesn't have DCC,
no, it doesn't, and that was a mistake.
Do you think so?
Okay. I think so, yeah.
So I've got a little bit of a theory of this, because I've owned my Golf, my Mark 7 for 8 years, and it's not had DCC. I've driven this car with the adaptive, with the four sprung and fixed. I found it all right. tight, you know. I think they're firm either way.
Yeah.
They're performance cars in that respect.
Yeah.
But I also agree with you that the exhaust sounds great on the Golf R. Perhaps the engine, I don't know. I don't know what it's about. Maybe it's just the restrictions. They perhaps.
Maybe just 4-cylinder. I guess it's difficult to get. Maybe I don't know much about engines, but to get that kind of sound.
Yeah, to compare to this, because I was doing a little bit of research on this engine. It's half a V10. It's a race engine basically.
That makes sense.
It's pretty incredible how it works, and like it feels very like. I mean, I haven't seen too much on the Golf R, but this car will like limit revs if it's cold.
Right.
It won't let you go past 4,750, and this car's done nearly 8,000 miles, so it's well run in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's got things like that. Please take over steering. Interesting. Yeah. What's your thoughts on the suspension?
It feels okay at the moment. I feel like it feels more pliable than mine. I reckon on this road mine would be more bumpy.
Oh, okay.
I think this feels better, and I went from an SQ5 that did have the
I've
adaptive.
driven those. They're great.
That's a good car as well. Yeah, I mean that had the adaptive dampers, but I always drove it in dynamic anyway. but even in dynamic, it was still really quite soft.
Yeah.
Whereas going into the Golf, especially on bumpier roads, it can be a little bit jarring.
Oh, that's interesting. But this has got quite wide front tyres, 265 and fronts, 245 rears. Your Golf R is 235 square setup.
Okay.
So the wider tyres it makes this car super capable. I'm going to put it into more of the performance mode.
Yeah, nice.
But interesting to know your thoughts on the suspension. We'll do this route on your Golf R, see what it's like.
Cool. Oh yeah.
Camera's never going to do it justice.
No.
But
maybe you got me braking on camera then. I feel like I'm back in Dubai in a taxi. I'm not sure if you've ever had that experience, but they like to drive like that as well.
It's quick. I guess my kind of because I've had this car. I've done about 350 miles in it. I've driven the Volkswagen as well. I love the car, man.
I could tell from your other videos.
It's like, I mean,
there's Joe Achilles running there as well.
There is a price difference. Yeah, I wouldn't particularly run on 60 mile an hour road myself, but each to their own. It's the best way I can describe to you how this drives is it's very, very similar to the Golf R.
Okay.
Like almost incredibly exactly the same, like because it's got the torque splitter, it's got that sort of back rear end, it's the same car basically, A3 to Golf. Very, very similar. The difference is you've got the more power, 400 over 333, and that noise. But this also weighs a little bit more as well, so it's kind of like maybe that balances it out. Do you think it's worth the 20 grand more?
I don't know. Yeah, difficult question. I mean, I don't know. This one's very. Oh yeah, go on, son. That is brilliant. That is, like you say, that is mega. That's just brilliant. I don't know. Maybe because this is the carbon Vorsprung, isn't it?
No, this is the. So this is just the carbon black.
Right. Okay.
So middle spec, £68,500. So
it's hard for me because I tend to think in monthly payments.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like, for me where I am financially. I don't think I'd be happy paying all that extra.
Okay.
For like you say, it is essentially an A3, and particularly like the interior for me, it isn't a lot apart from the seats.
Yeah.
It's not a lot better than the Golf.
Ooh. Okay.
It just feels it feels very similar to me in terms of quality.
That's interesting.
I'd love one of these. So if I had the budget, I'd just go for it. You know.
But actually, yeah, you're saying it feels quite. It's not like jumping out at you that there's a big
terms of the interior, obviously you'd never say it was 20 grand's worth. Yeah,
That's a fair point.
I'm not sure, to be honest, mate. Yeah, I'll sit on.
Well, actually,
sit on
I
the
mean,
fence.
to be fair, I mean, you've put your money where your mouth is. You've purchased the Golf R, and I love the. I mean, you know how, if you follow my channel, you know how much I love the Golf R, and
Yeah.
The truth is that hasn't really changed, because I mean, if they're the same price, then
Yeah,
you're
this, isn't it?
You're going to go for
It's
your
this, yeah,
Audi.
definitely.
Yeah, and it's, you know, because how do you find it in terms of like, I know you've driven the RSQ3. How do you find like the speed? I know your early days with your Golf R.
It's honestly, the RSQ3, the Golf feels much quicker. It just, for me, and you know, I've not driven a lot of similar cars, to be fair, but
Yeah.
there's something about the Golf. It just feels almost like more motorsport. It's like you put it in special, and it wants to take off. Whereas, you know, even on paper, the RSQ3 is down from this quite a lot.
Mhm.
I think 0 to 60 is about 4.5 claimed on an RSQ3, and I've not seen anyone launch it quicker than that. Whereas the Golf is claimed about the same, but it is quicker.
And that's because of the weight, really, isn't it?
Yeah, most probably that. Yeah, I think just in terms of like, general driving dynamics, I feel like the Golf compared to the RSQ3 it's lighter, it's more nimble, but it hasn't got this sound.
I mean, it purrs. I love the engine. I love the engine. It's like, it makes you feel really special. It might sound a bit cringy or whatever, but it does.
Yeah.
It's got that. You're paying for the engine, and you're paying for the 4 rings.
Yeah.
You're paying for that Audi badge.
Yeah.
But interestingly, having driven the Golf R quite a lot, I think if you're on a fun road, I don't think there's much to split them. And if anything, this feels a lot, for me, this feels a lot more serious.
Right.
Like the bigger tyres, it's even bigger brakes. Personally, I find it more refined in here. Like, I think it's quieter. Like, it blocks out noise a little bit differently. That's perhaps just a placebo, but that's how I'm feeling. The Golf R it feels a little bit more agile, which I like in a little hot hatch. Yours looks great in black edition form as well.
Yeah, I think I was always going to go for especially in black. When the SQ5 I had was the chrome edition, not the black edition. just let you do that for a minute. So yeah, I always go for black cars, and if I can, then I'll get the black sort of pack as well on it as well.
Yeah.
And I prefer it in black with a black pack. I think in blue with a black pack. For me, I don't know. I just prefer the
black.
Prefer the black on black.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was blue, I think I'd probably like the chrome mirrors and stuff like that. I don't know.
What about the new Dolphin Grey? Have you heard of that?
I have. Yeah, I have.
Would you still go black?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That does look pretty special. And annoying that they released that after I got mine.
Literally, I haven't seen any on the road at all. So
I'm sure there aren't any yet, to be honest.
Yeah, and this is obviously a lot. I personally feel, because it's subjected to colours, it's nice that Audi offer a bright green, and you know, it's out there, but it's for the owner's choice to go for it.
What colour would you go for in one of these?
Well, I own a grey Golf R. I've had a grey car for the last 8 years, and I've seen this in I can't remember. I think it's Daytona.
Daytona grey.
Yeah, it's nice. It is nice. I think if I was to live with a car forever, park it on the road and feel safe, I'd probably go for your grey or your black.
Yeah.
I would feel a little bit apprehensive leaving this parked up on the side.
Yeah.
Carbon sticking out all over it, bright green, but it is a tough one. It's really, really tough.
Yeah.
There's a weekend car, you know it's going to be on your drive most of the time, take it to events or something. It makes it, and I've had so many comments. People have just been like, oh, it pops. I had this little kid on the side of the road as I was driving past, and he did sort of like this muscle symbol to like imitate the Incredible Hulk. And I was like, I get it.
That's what makes your day, when a little kid notices your car, isn't it? Yeah.
And that's what I love about cars, to share them. And it's like, people might think this is just a normal Audi A3, might think yours is a normal Golf. Perhaps less so in this green. It's obviously got something a little bit more for it. And you can take your family in it, 5 seats, big boots, cruise at slow speed. I mean, we're still in performance mode.
Yeah, actually, it is pretty smooth in this mode, isn't it? Yeah.
It's surprising.
I feel like, to be honest, the Golf, if you put it in special, it's not. You can't really drive it around smoothly. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, I agree. Do you find the throttle's a little bit spiky?
It's crazy,
as well?
yeah.
This does the same. This is easier in efficiency and comfort, definitely. It's softer. But both cars have the same thing in sport, or yours is in special, this is in performance, where the exhaust revs go higher. Have you noticed they're on idle? So they'll rev about 1,250 RPM, which is nice. This car does the same. And it opens the exhaust valves as well, which I'm guessing the Akrapovic one does too. Very smooth gearbox, very nice paddles. I mean, you can get a sense they're not as large as the Golf R's, but they do feel good.
Are those metal paddles?
Oh yeah, have a little feel. Go for it. It's like,
I think we're on green, but
oh yeah, we can go. Yeah,
those are nicer than the Golf, to be fair.
And both steering wheels have a bit of haptic. I've found this all right, actually.
To be honest, yeah, like all the reviewers are quite very critical about the haptic steering wheel. Honestly, I don't see the problem with it. I really like it.
That's good. It's good to know. That's good.
Let's dispel that myth. There's nothing wrong with the haptic. I mean, maybe the older one that people complain about was different.
Yeah, because that's what people didn't know. For the Golf, for the Mark 8.5 Golf, they changed it all to physical. But for the Golf R, they kept the haptic, but they did change it so it's a better feeling on your one. So you found no issues?
No issues at all. I've never accidentally done anything that people seem to claim, like, oh, I'm always switching on the heated steering wheel.
Yeah.
On it, like, and driving as well, you know, changing the track on Spotify or volume, things like that. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, no issue.
Sonos sound system's good in this. Obviously, we can't play it for the camera, but it is. Yeah,
this is. I had the Sonos in my RSQ3 as well. I was telling you, in the second one that I got.
Yes.
I think the first one had actually that didn't have the comfort and sound packs. It had the regular Audi audio, but yeah, when the second one came, I got it with the Sonos, which was really cool. But saying that, I think the actually the standard stereo, if you like, in the Golf is really good.
Yeah.
In fact, even my missus, who's really into her music, she said that the stereo in the Golf was better than the Audi, the SQ5 that we had with the standard Audi audio.
That's super interesting. Well, we're coming towards, as we're gonna hop in your Golf R. What's sort of like your initial feelings, having been in this for the last sort of like 10 minutes in comparison to your Golf R?
No, I absolutely love it. I mean, like I say, in comparison, like the interior isn't a step up for me, apart from the seats.
Yeah.
But it's all about that engine, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's like a little musical instrument.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
This is in first.
You do get a little bit of like kind of a bassy. It's not quite a pop, is it? But it's
it's hard.
Something.
You definitely
on the up change.
Normally you can tap the bottom little. Yeah, I don't think it makes any sort of real pops and bangs, which I guess is a little bit, if that's what you want.
Yeah. Saying that, you've got the windows closed, so I don't know if with the window open you hear something.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. It does sound a lot louder on the outside, and that's what I think, like, the refinement in here is really good. I've been cruising on the motorway. And
you said the fuel economy was
so okay. This is a new one. So I've got another video to come, and previous video shared. I couldn't get anywhere near 30 miles per gallon initially. I was like 25, and I was about 300 miles to a tank. I then just did. I couldn't have driven any slower for about 50 miles. And and yeah, I got 37
Wow.
as I showed, which, I mean, that's pretty good. That'll get you about 350 odd miles.
Yeah, so I drove here and I think it was about 30 miles around the M25, and I had it in efficiency or eco, whatever it is, and I got 29 mpgs.
And I guess with yours, it's only a 600-mile car, isn't it? So it's got a lot more sort of like running in, I guess, before the mileage gets a little bit better. But
oh, you think that will improve?
Yeah, I think that will improve.
Okay.
And I also would say, I'd also say that, trying to get my words out, I think you're probably looking at about, like for like, because I've driven that quite a lot, 7 to 10 mpg better. I think in your Golf, and I think that makes a difference to kind of like your ownership and your range and all of that kind of side of things. Let's hop in the Golf, and it'll be interesting actually doing the same little route, and
sure.
just seeing what it's like on the suspension. But yeah, I suppose last little thing while you're kind of in here, yeah, seats feel good.
The seats are incredible. Yeah, it's
a special car, and one thing to give you my impression of here, I much prefer the infotainment.
Right.
Simply because you're kind of like, this is just from me. I've spent a lot of time in that kind of car. It feels like you're not sort of blocking the screen a little bit. Right. And it is very responsive and it is very good. And you still get some bumps.
Yeah. To be honest, this is much better designed, and just looks integrated, particularly like the driver zone and everything else, whereas for me, like, everything in the Golf looks a bit stuck on, like the driver's display is kind of stuck on, and then you've got the infotainment is like massively stuck on, isn't it? So yeah, I'd agree with you. It does look better.
Yeah, and I'll show you guys as well while we're talking about it, because it makes sense. Yeah, that's the infotainment. We've got the reverse camera up there, and then just the driver display. You got the haptic buttons shown there. So that's what I mean by the view. You're kind of looking down at that in your RS3. Let's go in the Golf, and yeah, let's go from there. Mark 8.5 Golf R Black Edition time. So we're in the Mark 8.5 Golf R Black Edition. I just said to you, it's not the worst day in the world hopping out of an RS3 into this. So obviously this car is very new, and it's your pride and joy. Yeah, actually, I'm sort of learning my sort of initial feelings, sort of being in this compared to the Audi. I find it quite bright in here with the seats. Don't know what you think.
Yeah, going from having an Audi with just the plain black seats, this was a selling point for me. The seats are really nice.
Yeah, they are good, and you actually made a good point of the fact that the Napa leather in that is also quite nice as well, if you didn't go for the buckets.
Yeah.
This you can only go for, just knock it down.
I would give you some advice here, but I'm still struggling with the infotainment.
And this is the real thing.
I think we press that one.
Climber, and then just...
So I can turn it down to 1, but I've not worked out how to turn it off.
Really?
No.
I know how to turn off the screen, and that's just about it. So we've got a few different modes in this car as well. We're in comfort, which makes sense for the second. Yeah, let's make our move. Okay, so straight away I can tell you, steering feels heavier.
Oh, okay.
Steering wheel feels heavier, which is a little bit strange because the Audi has such large front tyres. So in comfort mode, yeah, it feels quite, yeah. And obviously you don't quite get the noise. You've got the Akrapovic exhaust. Was that sort of like your thinking? Well, obviously it was, because you bought the car, Black Edition, Akrapovic exhaust. Yeah,
absolutely had to have it. Yeah. If it was possible, yeah, had to do it, really.
Had to go for it.
You don't get the exhaust sound in comfort, because the exhaust is basically off in comfort. So
same as the RS3, they're both valved exhausts. I think a subscriber did ask me about that actually. They sort of said it's valved, but just in comfort mode. It's a different sound.
Yeah, it's not that 5-cylinder for sure. Yeah.
It's not the 5-cylinder. Okay, I mean these are just going to be my first impressions. I'm hearing
I genuinely, again, please feel free to disagree.
Now you're saying it, I agree. I 100% agree with you. Yeah.
We are on the exact same roads. 5 minutes later, it feels, and this is a brand new car. You know, you're 600 miles. That's 8,000. I just noticed with the A3, it's like they have thicker sound deadening.
Yeah.
Because there's no way those tyres don't make a lot of noise. So that's just my initial feelings.
You're right. I almost feel like checking to see if the window is closed, because I can. Now you're saying it, I can hear.
I feel bad though because it's your car as well. But perhaps that's.
Well, I say to you, I always drive with the window open anyway. So it doesn't bother me.
Ah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Obviously there is a price difference, so there is going to be a reason why they save a bit. That screen seems massive.
It is, isn't it? Compared to the Audi.
I want to get all the negative out of the way because I do love these cars, and frankly, to drive, particularly on the back road, it's very similar to the RS3. It's got very similar DNAs.
You don't feel like you can feel the bumps a little bit more in this?
This feels more comfortable.
Do you think?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Straight away. This feels more comfortable. I feel like I've got more cushioning. It might be the seats, actually.
Could be that, yeah.
The seats just offer a little bit more padding, but then I guess you could go for the Nappa leather, the carbon leather seats on the Audi RS3. Yeah, I think this. So that's so interesting. Different people to sort of get an idea. So what would you say this is firmer?
I'm not sure about. Maybe more jiggly.
Oh, okay.
I'm feeling more jiggle than in the Audi, I think.
It's a little, yeah. Speed-wise, by the way, it feels no different.
Really?
In fact, if anything, this has quite a bit of a nice punch low down, because I did notice with the RS3, it does have a bit of lag early on.
Yeah.
It's like it takes a while to spool everything up, and then it's like...
Then it's on it, isn't it? Yeah.
In fact, actually, it can be slower than even like a really basic... like a Nissan Micra or something like that. If you're in the wrong gear, in like efficiency, say like 6, because we've got 7 gears, it can sort of struggle. No, on these exact roads and passive suspension, this feels great. This feels like a more comfortable car, but I feel that's a little bit from the seats.
Yeah, could be that.
I do also agree with you. I feel a little bit left and right.
Yeah.
Which again, if you've got a much bigger section front tyre in your RS3, that's what's, because it's ultimately more stability. It's like having bigger shoes.
Yeah.
But I don't, initial feelings, I don't feel like I'm lacking any sort of like power, definitely.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's just nice and easy. I would say this is more economical, as I kind of said to you before, but we'll knock it into special.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, and you got much larger paddles too. Oh,
yeah, you hear the pops.
So you do not get that in the RS3. You do not get the pops.
I think you get that on the standard exhaust, don't you, with the Golf R?
You do, but the Acura. I've actually got a friend who recently went from a standard exhaust to an Acura one. Wow, the wheel is so much different. Yeah, I mean, this is quick. I can't believe how heavy the steering is.
That's interesting.
It's a much heavier. It feels a lot more direct, and it feels a lot more like, oh wow, it's more exciting. Yeah, that's my feelings. I can't say any more than that. It's, wow, this is a great car. This is where, yeah, and it actually feels like it's egging me on more than the RS3. The RS3 feels more refined.
Yeah, there's something about that, the special mode, isn't there? I mean, like I was saying to you, I'm not sure if it was on camera or not, but you can't drive it in special, just sort of...
the slow speeds.
Yeah, back and forth to the shops or whatever.
Wow.
Especially if you've got a passenger, it's just...
Okay, this is the thing on camera. I'm having more fun in this.
Oh, are you?
I am having more fun in this. And that's why I love just putting the camera on.
Are we saving on 20 grand then?
20 grand in the boot to spend on driving this car around Europe. Yeah, this car's much more fun. This is, it's just like, I'm not even pushing it as hard because I respect the fact that it's only done 600 miles. I love that RS3, but my comparison with it is from, I've got an in-depth coming after this video, but I have done a point of view, which you're going to see hopefully as well. The RS3 feels like a bigger brother, a bit more quality, a bit more refined. That was my sort of feelings. This feels like the younger brother, still with a lot of the same DNA, that rear sort of ability, and actually doesn't even feel that much slower.
Interesting.
Do you know that sort of feeling? Because when something is so refined, it can mask its speed. The RS3 really hides how fast it is. This feels like we're on edge. That's where I'm getting from.
Yeah.
I mean, I've spoken quite a bit. Where are you at with? Yeah, what's your feelings? I need to stop talking.
It's your gig, mate. Yeah, I don't know. It's just that 5-cylinder engine, which like I was telling you, I had before, and I do miss that particular sound. But yeah, as something that's just like a fun car to drive, these are great. And even I took my 8-year-old to collect the car. And by the time we got home, even just driving back from the garage, we both had massive smiles on our faces. We were like, we love this car. So yeah, I do love the Golf. Having not been a Volkswagen guy before or ever owned one.
Yeah.
Definitely converted now.
Yeah. I'm smiling.
But I still think if you're not if there wasn't money involved, if you said you can have one of these cars, which one are you taking? It's going to be the RS3. It's always going to be the RS3 for me.
So I might actually be a little bit controversial, because I said this in my previous video, but I hadn't sat in your car yet. And thank you, by the way, for letting me drive it. I'm so glad to have another opportunity in this car, because you just get that different feeling, particularly back to back.
No, not at all.
I sort of said to myself, if it was the last drive I ever had, and I had all my favourite cars next to me, what would I want to drive? And I was sort of like, you know what, I'd love to be in the RS3, and I really would. But if I wanted to have some fun, this is where the fun is.
Yeah.
And
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this is not what I thought. That looks like another Golf R.
Yeah,
it is. It's
yeah.
either possibly an 8.5. So if they were the exact same money, and you just wanted to have fun on a back road, I think I'd be going with this.
Would you?
For the same money as well, which is not what I thought. Yeah.
That's reassuring for me, because I think I said to you before we came out, what I was worried about was really falling in love with that RS3 and then having to go back and try and convince the missus that we needed one.
It's and that's so interesting, because when I was, and this is surprising to me, and genuinely, I'm not saying this just because you're sitting there. I'll speak my mind. I'll say how I feel. And I love the RS3, and I can 100% recommend that car. This is just, yeah, you get it burbles, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good car. It's a great car. You're gonna absolutely love it. I know
so much fun.
It's so much fun, and actually the bigger paddles feel good. It's great, and I do like the fact that you're definitely going to be able to get more miles out of this car. Certainly in efficiency. Obviously, if you're giving it some, you're not likely to. It's really on its toes, and that's with the steering. It's a lot more direct, and that's where like the engineering goes into it. They work on the small, minute details. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm jealous. I'm happy I've got that car for another day, the RS3. It goes back tomorrow. It's a good car. And I haven't hit the heated steering button.
We've done okay
on
there,
the haptic. Infotainment, I'll be completely honest with you, I much prefer the Audis.
Yeah.
And I do probably prefer the Audi's interior. If I do love the blue, the brightness of this, and the extra cushioning on the seat. I'm learning that perhaps those carbon buckets have their sort of limitations, I guess, because it is firmer. So it's interesting actually. So you converted a little bit from Audi.
Well, there was a story behind that, which I don't know if you're going to include. It might be too boring.
No, go for it.
So I took the SQ5 in for a service.
Yeah. And
they had an S3, a black S3 in the showroom with the Akrapovic exhaust on.
Yeah.
And I thought, I want that. And I looked into how much it was going to cost and everything else, but for some reason the insurance on the S3 was a lot more than the SQ5, which I thought it was going to go the other way.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because of the postcode where I live or something else, but the S3 was not an option because the insurance was literally double or triple the SQ5. So I couldn't get the S3, and then I think I started watching your videos, to be honest, on the Golf, and obviously they're very similar propositions, and I'd never really thought about the Golf before, and I kind of got an insurance quote on the Golf, and it was more affordable, and that was kind of, yeah, like I say, initially I was like, I wanted an S3, but then I kind of ended up in the Golf, and I don't really regret it, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, so that's really interesting about the S3, and actually that's helpful for the viewer because it shows like for like insurance as well. And I've been really curious about the S3 because obviously the S3 is the same engine as this, same platform.
Yeah.
But with the interior, so that it's another. Although I don't know if they make these Golf R's a bit more dynamic. I think it's in like the DNA. So I'm gonna say, are you happy with your purchase?
Oh, absolutely, mate. Yeah, absolutely love it. Yeah.
Oh, it's just...
Which is unusual for me because I've changed my cars quite a bit. Sometimes I get this kind of regret, and I think, oh, I missed the old car. But with this, because it's like you say, it's so on its toes and dynamic, I didn't miss the SQ5 that I had at all.
Oh, really? And I've also been fortunate. A subscriber actually came down a couple of years ago, and I had a good drive in the SQ5. They're good cars. They're just very big, heavy. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Because that's got I can't remember what he had. It's a V6.
The one I had, yeah, it was the V6 diesel.
Yes, that was the same as his.
The new one, they've gone back to the petrol.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
They swapped it back and forth. It had the owner of that previous one. It had a speaker on the exhaust.
That's right. Yeah.
Which I found. It sounded all right, actually.
It does. To be honest, yeah, it's all fake sound. So you get fake sound on the inside, fake sound on the outside, and they've done a great job on it. But it's not. It doesn't feel as dynamic as these cars at all. Even in dynamic mode, it is fast, but it's very, very smooth. Which, if you like that, it's great.
And that's where weight comes in and lower centre of gravity on these hatches. It feels great. It's actually interesting at slower speeds. This is firm. This is definitely firm, and actually I'm starting to feel it a bit like in terms of the level of firmness of the RS3. But it's I think it's the seats. The seats are giving me a bit more cushioning.
Okay, interesting.
To help out. You said dynamic chassis control, you'd probably say is a must. It depends on, I guess, everyone's tolerance.
Yeah, the problem, I guess the only thing is I've not driven one that has the dynamic chassis control. So yeah, either it's brilliant or it's not.
It's more comfortable. I can 100% tell you that much. But I'm kind of like you, like you'd stick it in race mode anyway, wouldn't you?
But that's probably only for myself as well. If I'm just driving myself, I wouldn't be bothered about it, but so I'm usually taking the missus and the kids are in the back as well. I think it probably would be more comfortable for them with the DCC. But yeah, like you say, you stick it in race mode anyway, don't you?
Yeah, and actually that's interesting. You can option DCC on any Mark 8.5 Golf R. You have to get 4 4-sprung to get the DCC, the dynamic, the adaptive suspension on the RS3. So it's a little bit of a cop out. Whereas this is a £700 option, or about that for DCC, I think.
Okay.
And the RS3, you've got to spend the 70,000 on 4-sprung if you want it.
That's big money, isn't it? 70.
It's big money. Well, our drive is coming to an end. I know what's giving me the biggest smile, but it's quick though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the Acura sounds good with those little pops. I can see why you drive with the window open.
Yeah. I think you need to appreciate it sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I need to think of a little bit of a conclusion. I need to have a little sit and probably have a little walk around. I think I'll park the cars up so that they're facing frontwards, and I'll have a little walk around. Thank you so much, by the way. Like, unbelievable,
pleasure, mate,
coming down, taking the time out, allowing me to drive your pride and joy.
Thanks for taking me out in the RS3. That was an experience in itself. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And to have these cars together is absolutely great. Any kind of final thoughts from your side of things, actually, between the two cars, as we can see the RS3 now? What's your conclusion, I guess, just on the initial drives?
It's not as clear cut as I thought.
Yeah.
Especially after you've obviously spent time in both cars.
Mm-hmm.
After you saying this feels as quick and maybe feels a little bit more fun. I'd still have one of those.
You'd still have okay.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Pop her off. And as we can see it there, so but for the money, I guess. Well, so would you genuinely, so if someone said to you, oh, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more monthly, we can get you out of your Golf R Black Edition, we can get you into an RS3, would you say yes?
I think the amount that it would take to go from this to that, for me, probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no, that's super interesting. And actually, while we've got the camera here as well, I'll share with you guys the infotainment. Just from that view that you've seen before on the RS3. You said the word sort of stuck on.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I actually really like the big screen.
Yeah.
But
Glossy, responsive.
Yeah. But and particularly the driver zone as well, like on the RS3, it just looks more integrated and well designed, whereas this looks like somebody's kind of stuck a screen where there used to be dials, maybe. Yeah,
and it's just a little bit too intrusive on the top part for me. It's almost like it almost blocks some of the windscreen.
Yeah.
But other than that, actually nice soft touching materials. The wheel feels good. It's a little bit more plasticky, but then that's where the money kind of goes. The seats feel great. I've always loved the seats.
These seats are great, yeah.
And space-wise, it's the same. It's a little bit lighter, I'd say, in here.
Okay.
That's just my sort of initial feelings. Thank you again so much. Let's I'll park these cars up, go for a conclusion sort of walk around. But shake your hand, thank you. That's
pleasure,
absolutely
mate.
amazing
Pleasure.
to come down. And let's have a little conclusion.
The time is up in the RS3 and the Golf R Black Edition. I've just literally parked them side by side in reverse, so you get a different view actually. Those Akrapovic, just for a look perspective, look mega, and I love the perforations on it. This car pops and bangs far more than that and sounds great from an exhaust perspective. Engine wise, you can't really beat the RS3, but I suppose I've got to do some sort of conclusion now, and it's really difficult. First thing I want to say, these two cars are probably my best cars I would ever own and ever experience in my entire life. I don't think there's ever going to be anything better than having an RS3 and a Golf R Black Edition. They're my kind of cars all day long. Forget your supercars, the real world, driving on those real roads, you want to be in one of these. Plenty quick enough. I didn't feel like that was lacking power over that. I felt that was a bit more refined. Price-wise, you got 20 grand difference. They look absolutely stunning. And actually the brakes feel great. The car is just super, super special. You've got the black, gloss black. It probably needs more gloss black. Give it more gloss black, which is the difference over that. What else can I kind of say about these two cars that I haven't already said? I did say to you I'd pop the bonnet actually. I don't know if I'm going to get to, yeah, because I kind of want to show you that, because I guess this is where your 20 grand probably is. So that's your EA 888 2-litre engine, different to the 5-cylinder. That's the big thing. You know, it's not got that 5-cylinder noise from there, but the exhaust sounds fantastic. That's the thing. I think, you know, that's where your money is, and you do pay for those badge, and there is so much quality about the RS3. Don't get me wrong. I love both cars, and I'm genuinely more than happy to own all of them for life. If I was to have one car for life, that'd be great. I've driven that a lot from a lot of other subscribers. I've had this car for 7 days. This felt more fun. It felt more exciting. It popped and banged. It felt more dynamic. Maybe the thinner section tyres as well, 235 sections over the 265s. It just made it feel a bit more on its feet, a little bit more sort of like left and right. You know, it felt great. You don't get a gas strut on this, you get a manual strut. So that's sort of different. But I wanted to show you a little bit just on under the hood, because I did say I would. You get the 8.5 new lights and the design, as I said before, on the gloss black. Yeah, let me shut the bonnet and I'll come back to you in a second. What would you go for? I mean, let me know in the comments, really. You've got your amazing £68,500 Audi RS Q3 Carbon, which is a stonkingly good car. Here's the keys, by the way, if that's something you're interested in. Now, this car was last with it was last with Jeremy Clarkson, actually, this exact car, which is crazy. And you can see how the RS badge is being worn a little bit on the key. You get that Audi key, you get the tracker with this car too. The Golf R's key looks really, really nice. Nice and gloss and shiny, but pretty crazy to have both these cars here. Ah, mega, absolutely insane. I think my conclusion is they're both winners. I'd have both. One's more dynamic, one's more refined. One feels a bit more plush. And I think I said it in my video, that's the bigger brother, that's the younger brother. That's my conclusion. Great cars. That engine sounds great. That exhaust sounds better. It's just designed to be a bit more pop and bangy. Steering's heavier on that, more dynamic, more fun. Yeah, I mean, I could talk about these cars for hours and hours and hours, but I want you guys, leave me a long comment. Now, do this for me. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. And yeah, I'm just lost for words. For a subscriber to come down, to share this with me, to have this from Audi UK. I've got another in-depth just on this car to come. Yeah, absolutely blown away by both cars. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. And yeah, wonderful cars. My two dream cars are sitting there. And to experience them both today in 2025, yeah, I'm a pretty happy car enthusiast right now, I've got to say.